Welcome to your go-to guide for acing that warehouse manager interview. Today, we're diving into some common questions you might face and how to tackle them with confidence. Let's kick things off with a look at your leadership skills. Can you share an instance where you stepped up to solve a major issue in your warehouse? This question is all about showcasing your leadership abilities and how you handle big challenges. Now let's explore some tips to help frame your answer. Think of a specific issue you encountered in a warehouse setting. Explain your role and the steps you took to address the situation. Mention the positive outcome and how it improved operations, using metrics if you can. Don't forget to highlight any teamwork and communication skills involved. Let's see how this might come together in a real-life example.
In my last job, we had a serious backlog in order fulfillment due to a staffing shortage. I worked with HR to speed up the hiring process and set up a temporary overtime schedule for my team. We managed to cut the backlog by 75% in just 2 weeks, keeping our customers happy.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Warehouse Manager. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell us about a time you had to tackle a logistical problem with a tight deadline. How did you do it? This question aims to assess your problem-solving skills and how you handle pressure. Here are some tips to help you prepare your answer. Pick a relevant example from your past experiences. Describe the urgency and what was at stake. Detail the steps you took to solve the problem. Highlight any teamwork or collaboration involved. Wrap up with the successful outcome and what you learned. To give you an idea, here's how someone might respond.
In a previous position, we had a critical shipment delayed at the last minute. With just 2 days to fix it, I rallied my team to find alternative suppliers. We worked with our network and arranged an expedited order. Keeping the client informed, we delivered on time, strengthening our relationship.
Can you give an example of how you kept your team motivated during a busy period? The focus here is on how well you can inspire and maintain a positive atmosphere within your team. Let's consider some strategies you might discuss. Recall a specific busy time you managed. Discuss communication methods you used to keep the team informed and engaged. Mention how you recognize team efforts and achievements. Talk about any team-building activities you organized. Share how you addressed challenges and kept morale high. Here's a practical example to illustrate this.
During last year's peak holiday season, I organized weekly team meetings to keep everyone aligned and ensure they felt heard. I also rewarded top performers with small incentives, which really boosted their motivation.
Imagine there's a fire in the warehouse. How would you handle such a situation? This question tests your emergency response skills and ability to remain calm under pressure. Here's how you can structure your response. First, activate the fire alarm to alert everyone. Make sure all personnel evacuate according to the emergency plan. Call emergency services to report the fire. Only use fire extinguishers if it's safe and the fire is small. Once safe, conduct a head count to ensure everyone is accounted for. Let's take a look at an example response.
First, I'd sound the alarm to alert everyone, then guide them to evacuate to our assembly point. I'd call the fire department immediately. Once safe, I'd ensure everyone is accounted for and only use an extinguisher if it's safe to do so.
How would you handle being significantly understaffed for a large, upcoming shipment? This question addresses your resource management skills and how you handle staffing challenges. Let's go over some strategies you could mention. Identify the critical tasks needed for the shipment. Consider hiring temporary staff or reallocating existing team members to key areas. Streamline workflows to improve efficiency during preparation. Communicate clearly with your team so everyone knows their roles. Explore local staffing agencies or overtime options for quick support. Here's an example of how you might approach this situation.
First, I'd pinpoint the essential tasks for the shipment and evaluate my team's strengths. I'd reassign roles as needed and, if necessary, contact a staffing agency for temporary help to meet our deadlines efficiently.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.